Oi! Chummers! You ready to run in the shadows? You ready to get dirty and grungy in the year 2050 on the streets of Seattle? Are you ready for this bad accent to slowly transition into the macho man? Oh yeah, because it's bound to. I've only got one voice, like this. And they all kind of run together. Sorry about that. What's going on, guys? I am Pico de Gallo. Big fan of the SegaCrew. Big fan of Shadowrun. Sorry that we didn't get as much time as we should have with Mr. Theogotch. So heartfelt love and hugs for Mr. Theogotch, and I hope OBS treats you kindly. But we're gonna delve into the streets, the grungy, dirty streets of Seattle, kind of to set the scene. The age of magic has awakened in an alternate future. And so you have fantastical creatures like dragons and orcs and trolls and dwarfs and elves, all combined with like a cybernetic alternative future. So all kinds of crazy things happen in this. Shadowrun started off as a tabletop game, and so this Super Nintendo game came out in 1993. Sega Genesis version of this, which we're not playing because it's April Fools. Gotcha. What's up, Chuckles and Estacaco? Bass guy. Oh, you guys, Zexy, sweet people. The Sega Genesis game came out in 1994, and hopefully we'll get to talk about that for an upcoming SegaCrew event. But for tonight, everything is all Super Nintendo. So I'm just going to take you through a casual playthrough of the game, but we are going to initiate a really cool debug menu just so that we can kind of warp. It functions kind of like a warp zone at the end of a Mario level, and it takes you to different places. So we're going to start a new game. What happened here is they're putting the main protagonist, Jake Armitage. They're putting him in the morgue. He's dead. He died. The hero's dead. And if you let the idle screen at the beginning of the game kind of play out, you see that he's just kind of strolling down the street, and then he gets geeked, not by Nate Dogg and Warren G, but by a whole bunch of punks on the street. So now he pops out of the morgue. And can you imagine this game, like as a kid, like, oh my gosh, you just woke up in a morgue, and there's all sorts of things that you can grab. Here's a scalpel that we're not gonna grab. It's an isometric game. You pop out of here, and what do these physicians do? They run because they just saw you dead and you came back. The little prelogue at the beginning of the game tells you a little bit more about that. And I don't want to give away all the secrets here because you should be running the shadows yourself. It's such a good game. This guy says, "Oh man, you can't be alive. I saw you getting geeked." So we're gonna hide behind this lamppost, wait for him to leave the screen, and we're gonna check out this matchbox. Oh, we're not in position. So what happens is if you check out this matchbox, it'll take you places. And it's a little tricky setting up the code. I practiced this a lot. I missed it a lot. So what we might do is exit this building, reset ourselves up, and try it again. There it is. You see there's a little beep. See, note how it says examine. We are examining the matchbox. We examine it 4 times. We go back inside our little building here. We examine it 1 more time. Boom. And now instead of examining the matchbox, we can open the matchbox, and it's like taking a little magical matrix pill, which takes you to new heights and new places. Which looks like that's where No Diggity was going with his intake. But just take a moment to look at Seattle. I mean, you got park benches, you got a wild dog following you around, you got a fountain, you got a businessman just reading a newspaper over here, and you can talk to him. What do you want, punk? I'm in a hurry. See, they're even city folk. They're rude. So this game is like really, for its time, immersive. And so that kid ran off this screen this way. Oh, there he is. Let's go follow him down here this way. Oh, we heard a gunshot down the alley. Oh no! There's one of the orcs I was talking about. He's trying to shoot me dead. So we're gonna pick up this dead dude's gun. We're going to equip it. Now, there is a speed run for this. It's called Matchbox Percent, and it does not include picking up this gun. You stay unarmed the whole run, and you just rely on magic. But I just wanted to illustrate, like, look how dirty and grungy this looks, man. Look at those busted up trash cans over there, and I don't know if you can see them, but there's a creepy set of eyes over here. It just says, So you use your Super Nintendo controller to move this your finger around. You point at different things. Oh, a dog comes out of the shadows. Come to find out, in the lore of Shadowrun, this dog is your totem. And so a totem is kind of like a spiritual guide and a representative, a companion, a coach. And so Jake, who is learning that he is magically awakening, is guided by dog. Just dog. Now we're gonna go hit the club, because we just came back from the dead. We got to go to the club. We're gonna talk to this bartender, and he recognizes us. So there's all kinds of neat storytelling aspects of this game, where it's like you were dead, but then you run into people that recognize you, but you don't know what happened. So a lot of this game, in kind of RPG style, it does it relies on dialogue. So you come up to these people, you talk to them, you find out what's going on. You talk. I never quite picked you up as a Shadowrunner. So what you have to do is you have to ask about, and you get these keywords. You see how the word Shadowrunner is kind of boldened up right there? Ask about Shadowrunners. And then you get a couple more keywords, Deckers and hiring. You ask about Decker, and you get another keyword, Data Jack. Data Jack is kind of that green piece of wire that's going in Jake Armitage's temple right here. It's what you use to connect to the Matrix. Of course, this is 1993, before the movie came out. We won't call it a trilogy. We'll just say the movie. We're going to sneak up right here. We're going to grab an important piece of cyberdeck right here. We're going to pick that up. We're going to say thank you very much. And now we're going to hit the magic place. I like to jack data. Now we're going to use the matchbox. And look at this debug room. It has a comfy bed. It's got, what is this? Dog food. It's got dog food down here. And the whole purpose of this dog food is it makes you invincible. You can still take damage, but if you die, you just come back in the room that you were in. So that's it. And these lovely waitresses over here, they give you an equivalent, a game equivalent. So say you were playing the game for 4 hours, they'd say you would probably have killed enough enemies to get 20 karma and 5,000 new yen. Or you get 10,000 new yen and 42 karma. So every one of these ladies that you talk to, they give you gameplay equivalent of what you need to level up in this game. And all these different subway stations, these different doors right here, take you to different parts in the game, which is really neat. But we're gonna take a nap. I know Jake just rose from the dead. He's a little tired. We're going to use our karma. Now, karma is I don't know how unique it is, but in the world of Shadowrun, karma is how you level up. So we're going to max out our computer. We're going to get our body somewhat beefy just to survive later aspects of the game, later areas of the game. We are going to beat this game. I'm allotted 30 minutes for this, and I think we're going to beat it. So we have these spells now: invisibility, summon spirit. You remember, dog is our spirit. And we're going to use freeze. Everybody freeze. I see him being called a cheater from chat. It's true. This man has the cheats. The cheats. The cheats. So we're going to beef up our strength. Alright, and we're going to exit. So let me show you another cute little part of Seattle. Look at this dirty, grungy little room. We're going to avoid that just for a second. Come down this gross looking alley. Now, this part has nothing to do with the speed run. This is just a little extra. But if I use my gun, listen to it. It's like a pack. Sounds like a little wimpy pistol. And I don't want to just be wielding some wimpy little pistol. I think Jake is a little cooler than that. So we're going to come in here. Now we have all the money in the world. We're going to pick up this T250 shotgun for 15 million. Oh yeah, give me the gun. Now you have to equip it. Any kind of weapons and armor that you pick up, you're going to have to equip it. Yeah, that's a little deeper, like a boom, boom. If you've played the Genesis version of this game, you'll notice that this is remarkably different. A completely different game. Based on the same, tabletop Shadowrun game, but vastly different. They both have different strengths and weaknesses. So we are at Ed's Patch and Fix. Our buddy Ed here is a street doc, which means that he's not a licensed medical person. He's just someone with a couple of skills. He's like hiring the guy down the street who self-proclaims that he's a plumber and he can fix your toilet or something. Like, he's a little sketch, but he'll do it for $200 less, so you go with him anyway. So we're here at Ed's Patch and Fix. We're going to want him to take a look at our data jack, and he'll do an examination for only 500 million. Boy, we got that much money. So yeah, let's do it, buddy. Let's do it. Come check out my data jack. Let me find a needle now, and not too rusty. Ed's Patch and Fix. We make jokes about tuberculosis. Hey, Theogotch. Do you hear that loud ticking noise? I'll turn up the gameplay audio just real quick. That ticking noise will be there until the very end of the game. It is a Cortex bomb that was installed without your knowledge in your head, so that if anyone tinkers and tries to get files from your head, from your data jack, which internal, hardware storage and everything, the Cortex bomb will explode your head so they can't get those files. So that is what's triggered. And unless you do something about this Cortex bomb, you will die. Jake will die. He'll go, ah, and he'll die. At this point, because Ed, see, we have 29 hours before the bomb goes off. That's not good. First thing I did when this happened as a kid is I was like, well, this guy botched my head, so you take him out. You take him out. Now there's no more Ed's Patch and Fix. There's Ed's Scrape and Scab, because you're gonna have to scrape his body off there and get all the, well, he looks like a scab on the ground, maybe. That's a bit of a stretch, I will admit. But let's get our matchbox and get back out of here. So that was sub door number 2. We're going to check out sub door number 3. This takes you to another part of Seattle. It does use a subway transit system, and if you were to actually play the game, it uses a, I don't know if it's a subway. It's just like a rail system. But we're going to come up here, and I'd like to show you one of my favorite parts of this game. One of the neatest things that ever since I was a kid, I loved this guy, and I just thought he was the coolest. We have to go into another club where this guy's going to try to shoot me, but I'm going to take him down. And now we get this amazing jam right here. I'm going to shut up so you can hear it. Drum fill. Anyways, that's the good stuff right here. These people over here by the steel barrel fire pit, oh, they know what's up. They know what's up. They know how to jam, how to have a good time. You can shoot anyone you want. No, you can't. I can't shoot her. I shoot these guys, they'll shoot back. Because those are people that you can hire. These are Shadowrunners. Professional Shadowrunners that will escort you if you need. And this little red-haired guy, this is who we came in here for. This is a dwarf named Norbert. he's partially up front. Ho har hey tee har hey har. So if you ask him about hiring him, he'll say it's $2,000. You hire him. And now he follows you around. He's this little fiery red-headed dwarf with an automatic Uzi. And so I just like having him around for good measures. There's all kinds of different, bodyguards, shadow runners that you can hire, and they do different things. Some of them are good. They're what's called street samurais, and they protect you on the street. Some of them are deckers, and they're really good at, decking. Decking, really. But first, we need to take care of this Cortex bomb. Norbert does not follow me into no man's land here, but he will follow me over here. We need to take care of this bomb, this Cortex bomb. Hopefully not get deaded by all these guys. This is kind of reaching the end of the game area over here. We're looking for this building. See, look, they even have like a farmer's market. Look at this. They sell like red peppers, green peppers. They even have this dancing hippie. All kinds of fresh produce over here in Seattle. So they're still with it. They're still with the times. We're going to talk to Miss Secretary. How can I help you? I need an examination. I have a Cortex bomb. Oh, okay. And then she'll let us in. Norbert doesn't want to come with me. See, look, this is what a real doctor's facility looks like, man. And he's going to take care of our Cortex bomb for us. Which, we appreciate. And finally, the ticking stops. I cannot tell you the amount of anxiety I had as a kid because my head was just ticking. And he gives us this keyword, head computer, and we're going to need that keyword a little bit later in order to beat the game. Because that's just how Shadowrun works. So now we are free of the Cortex bomb. And we need to use our matchbox to warp again because we are cheaters. This is what we do. This is how we roll. We're all healthy now. We're going to take substation, this one right here. And we have landed in a volcano. There's a helicopter pad in the middle of a volcano. We're going to ready up some magic, some invisibility magic, so that we can kind of ghost through here. And this is pretty end game. Like, we're working towards the end game here. We're gonna dive. We're gonna take this big giant elevator deeper into the volcano, bump and weave our way through here. Now that's a giant troll. That dude is beastly. He will mess you up. If I wasn't invisible right now, oh, he'd be tearing. He'd be putting them bullets in me. Now I'm stuck. I don't want to be stuck. And here we go. This guy has called the alarm. He's just a scientist. You can't really talk to him. You can kill him if you want to. It's kind of like the facility level in GoldenEye, where they have those scientists that are there walking around. You can kill them, but I mean, unless they're part of the mission, you have to protect them. But I just feel bad killing them. You know, just because I'm a bad guy doesn't mean I'm bad guy. And this is the wonderful world of the Matrix right here. So this is that little figure moving around is a representation of Jake Armitage, but we are in cyberspace. And basically we're playing an elaborate game of Minesweeper here, where you basically run around and it tells you how many ICs that you are battling. You have to receive the data from these cubes in order to advance further down into the volcano. So we're going to come over here. Oops. Program modified. So now we have hacked the system to allow us access to the next elevator. And we're going to sneak past Troll Decker here again. Quit shooting me, bro. And we're actually just going to do this over and over and over and over. We're at sub-level 2 now. So we need to find our way to the correct computer and hack our way into sub-level 3. Here's a guy who's so committed to his... Well... Norbert, normally that guy throws a bunch of grenades at you. He just like, throws grenades everywhere and explodes himself. But Norbert did not allow him to live long enough for that to happen. God bless you, Norbert. Oh, man. I think this is the next. Yeah, I believe this is the next PC that we need to hack right here. Help computer. Stop all the downloading. Can't stop, won't stop. Because we're Shadowrunners. That's what we do. Shadowrunners. Coming to you. If you got money. See, this doesn't look graphically pleasing, if I'm being honest. The Super Nintendo representation of this fantastic thing called the Matrix, I think is really subpar. And again, I mean, you see like the little puffs of smoke that are coming up from the pipes and everything. I mean, this game is like, it's beautiful. I don't know any other way to say it. It's just dadgum beautiful. Look at Jake. He's like... So Jake on this elevator, you see the way he's just like shifting there? He reminds me of those, you guys ever have like those metal vibrating tables they were just called football? And it's like, this is football. And so you would turn on the vibrating table with all the little figures on it. And then they would just go, and you were pretending that you were controlling a football game. That's what Jake reminds me of as he's riding in that elevator. So, for the one person who might understand that reference, hopefully you chuckled or something. But look. So we're back in the Matrix here, and this is all that they could think to do with the Matrix, is turn it into, oh my gosh, a kind of Minesweeper, which I think is really bogus. The Sega Genesis version really outperforms the Super Nintendo in regards to representing a crucial part of the Shadowrun universe with the Matrix. Now I believe that we've hijacked our last computer. We're gonna go down to the bottom level here.
Oh, you're speaking. Sorry.
Maximum security. So what that means is more guns, more everything. So we're gonna come over here. Oh, I think Norbert is dead. I think we lost Norbert. I didn't hear when Norbert died. I'm sorry that I wasn't there for him. Everyone, big hearts for Norbert. Can we get some rips in chat for Mr. Norbert, who so faithfully followed us all the way into this volcano, only to have his fiery red hair wonderfully blown off somewhere along the line. So sorry, Norbert. Okay, so behind this last door right here is the final boss of the volcano. So before we get there, actually, let's go through it. And then as soon as we get there, we're going to use our matchbox. We're going to open it up. So sorry, Norbert. We're going to use our bed. We're not going to save the game because we don't need to. We picked up the dog food earlier, which made us invincible. Looks like we can do it again. All right, so there's a magic tile over here that will like transmit you back into wherever you were when you first used the matchbox. So instead of taking one of these subway doors and fighting all of our way back, we're going to hit that magic tile. It tells us adios, and we are right back to where we were. And here is the final boss. And really, he's the only threat. We're going to freeze him. It's a big old dragon. We're going to use Powerball. We're going to hit him with Powerball spell. Hopefully we get some lucky numbers and we win millions with the Powerball. Okay, so we killed him. We killed the dragon. He's dead. Drake the dragon. We have slayed the dragon. Congratulations. And I guess he turns to stone or something because he goes all grayscale. But that's a big deal. When you kill a dragon, this isn't Skyrim, man, where they're like just dropping easy peasy. Here's a scientist of some importance. We're going to ask him about head computer, and he tells us what we need to do next. And I'm not going to read all that for you because I'm on a 30-minute time frame here. Oh, wait. No, I don't want to be here. We're going to use our matchbox to warp again. Ooh. My dog got in trouble. I think he got into something he shouldn't have. All right. One more building to go. So we're going to take this very last substation. Oops. We're not supposed to leave this place. Let's go back inside. Now this is the Aneki building. Aneki? Aneki? And we're going to hijack our way through this building to get to the very top. This is the last showdown. We've already dealt with the dragon. Now to take down the big businessman. One system successfully hacked, and now we get access to the elevator. That's the thing. These elevator doors will not open for you at all. Is that GG? No. No, actually, the dragon would make an amazing final boss, but he is not the final boss in this game. I'll show you the final boss. So we use invisibility. These guys don't know that I'm here because they can't see me. So we're going to switch to Summon Spirit. And now you get to see the dog totem at work. He flies through the air. He growls at these guys. He bites them in some sort of spiritual way. He's got jet propulsion on his butt or something. And he took down the whole room full of baddies because that's just how amazing he is. So we're going to hack this computer right here. Boom, boom, ba-dum, boom, boom, boom. A lot of this is just kind of repeating the same process over and over and over. We need to hack a computer to open an elevator to get to the next floor. And we'll do that a couple of times until we get to the final boss, which I'm just saying, be prepared for. Be prepared. Was it Scar? Scar that said that? Be prepared. In Shadowrun, he didn't know how right he was. If you see me keep turning my head, I have this place mapped out. I don't have it quite memorized yet, but I'm looking at a map to show me where do I go, my lovely. I wanna know, where do I go, go, go? Has anyone played the Sega Genesis version of Shadowrun? I would be interested to learn if there's anyone in chat. Final boss is actually the clap. It's Go 13 strain. I was really enjoying watching No Diggity run Go 13. Like I'd said in his chat. That was one of the few regular Nintendo games that I had growing up, and I felt cool as hell once I could like identify by their hairstyle who were the good guys and who were the bad guys. I was like, oh man, I have this game like mastered now. But then there's so much to that game, and there's so much guesswork, and there's so many of those different subway stations that you can get lost in. It just made it really tough. Really tough, you know? Toys R Us had it priced lower than other games. My games all came from pawn shops, so my legal guardians at the time, my grandparents, they would pick me up games from the pawn shop. And how did those games end up there, huh? Someone didn't want them. Someone didn't want that game, so it is what it is. They didn't have GameStops where you could just trade in your games. Alright, one more up here. Alright, and we have jacked out. And now we can take the elevator up to the next area. But we are so magically deficient that before we enter this next room, we're going to have to bust out our trusty matchbox, get back up in here, go nighty-night just for a second. It's not the Go 13 hotel. We don't have any shadow play going on with the lights turning off. Those waitresses are still over there in the corner, you know, so that might be disappointing. All right, let's get our invisibility ready so we can go invisible and then send a magical dog to come rip these guys' faces off. Where is it? Summon Spirit. You know what? I'm just wondering, is this dog spirit and this totem that I kind of grew up with in this game, is this the reason that I don't stab the dogs in Russian attack when I speedrun it? Just because I have this connection? I think I just made sense of a little piece of my life. Wow. Things just got deep. It's incredible. Isn't life complicated? Whew. Okay. So we're going to come down here. We're going to bust this one open. Tink, 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 tink. Funko Land. I do remember Funko Land. You don't stab the dogs because you're a good person. Appreciate that, Poles. And thanks for coming in and supporting, SegaCrew, but also me. Appreciate that. Appreciate you guys. I almost died in the Matrix there, guys. my health got real low. So we're gonna take a slow elevator ride back up to the next part of this. Gonna take a quick cat nap inside of our matchbox. So I hope that this gives you a little tidbit of Shadowrun lore in general, but also this game. It can be a lot of fun. It's easy to get stuck in, but there's so many resources available now that weren't available whenever we were kids. You can easily get help through here if you want it. If you want it, ooh, you'll have help, ooh, as you try to play the Shadowrun game. All right, here's ours. I think this is the second to the last computer that we have to hack. We got one more floor to go. I am not coming to SGDQ. I don't believe. That would be fun. But travel funds are pretty low. Unfortunately, sad to say. Thank you for asking, though. All right, we have jacked out of the Matrix. We got one more computer to go. One more place to go. Are y'all ready for the final boss? Can you stand it? Can you stand the tension? Can you take the heat and get out of the kitchen? We fixing to sizzle us up a game ending. Little garlic. Little game ending. Alright, so we make ourselves invisible. Of course, there's a giant troll in here, because why wouldn't there be? We're going to use Summon Spirit to hopefully kill these guys all dead. You have mages. You have trolls. You have street samurais, all guarding the final boss. Do you see it yet? Do you see the final boss? You see all these dead corpses that I'm just walking over willy-nilly? Do you see the final boss? We're in the final room. Where's the final boss? Well, I'll tell you. It's not the desk. It's not the chair. It's not these servers. It's this stupid computer over here. Here's the AI computer. This is it. This is your final boss. Very anticlimactic. I mean, especially after fighting a dragon. You fight a dragon, and then you're just like, oh, wow, the game got dragon, man. This game's cool. Skynet, yeah. The machines came alive in 2050 in Seattle at the hands of Jake Armitage. Yeah. That was a pretty bad Schwarzenegger. I promise I won't do that again. Okay. So, we're going to come up here. We're going to disarm all the bombs in here so that we can make it to the very last part. Then we've got to do a little fancy dance in here. Whoops. There's a bomb. There's a bomb. And this is it. Once we click this guy, program modified, we have jacked out and watch the world start crumbling. Kaboo, kaboo, bagoo, bagoo, bagoo. The servers have caught fire. The AI computer's smoking. Oh no. Stop over downloading. Help computer. 20 seconds until detonation. Of course, in an emergency, you're going to take the elevator. Who takes the stairs? That's just nimwitted. Oh, there is no staircase that reaches to the top. Good night, buddy. Oh, a bunch of troll deckers. We're gonna have to slowly shoot them with our T250 shotgun. Blast to the face. Thanks for the GGs, guys. Yeah, that is actual game. So the building slowly rolls up and blows up. Look at Seattle. Isn't it beautiful? Isn't it beautiful? And now you just get to ride in this helicopter with Mr. Jake Armitage himself as you check out that really beautiful red polluted Seattle sky. Sweet. Well, that was Super Nintendo Shadowrun, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope to get some Sega Genesis Shadowrun in here one of these days. Thank you, SegaCrew. Thank you, Booster Shane, and No Diggity, all you other guys that helped make this happen. It's a fun community. Thanks for having me again on another SegaCrew event. It was a lot of fun. Feel free to cut me whenever you want. I'm just gonna be jamming to some Super Nintendo tunes as I put them up. Thea Gotch, I hope your stuff works. I hope you're able to get it up again. No more performance anxiety. Get your stream up, bro. Not flaccid. They're just not going to cut my stream. What, do you want to beat it again? You just want to beat it again? Whoa. The Pico dance is worth the price of admission. My Pico shake brings all the boys to the yard, and they're like, it's better than yours. Oh, man. Zexy, you saucy minx. Oh, well, maybe if they let me stream long enough, I think Booster Shane might have fallen asleep. or Booster Shane's in the bathroom. We can't end without a woo! Wait! My kids are asleep, so that one comes from the heart. I woke up at least one of my kids. He's probably not in bed yet. Okay, no, Booster Shane's not asleep. Thank you all for the GGs. I'm gonna drink my giant mason jar full of water as we enjoy the Seattle scenery.